We've already had this tree branch fall, so you can see it's like weighing down the fence. This is how much water is in the pasture so far. It's coming down pretty good now. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. Today we are actually about to have a hurricane, possibly. Right now it's a tropical storm, so very typical of what a hurricane before would look like. So I didn't really fully focus on this hurricane too much, so we really didn't do any prep. Look at Mike over there. We've already gotten a lot of rain. He's trying to pick some stuff up because we were redoing the fence, and I have a whole video about that. But anyways, wanted to film today because we didn't do any big prep because we didn't know how this like hurricane was going to necessarily unfold. So we're just kind of doing our morning feeding right now and gonna do a day of prep to kind of slightly prep the animals and such for this hurricane thing. So yeah, here we go. Look at the ducks back there. They're enjoying today. Their favorite days are when it floods, because it's like the whole property is a giant pond for them. Come on, guys. Sugar and June are like, get me out of here, please. Bring me back in the barn. So they were out last night. We didn't have too much rain, but it has been raining this morning a lot. Look how cute the little baby up front is with the rest of the ducks. So Mike's gonna start cleaning the stalls for the other horses to come in, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop grain for all the horses that are in the barn right now. I have a visitor, Mishka. All the cats become a lot nicer when there's some weather change. I had 2 cats at my door meowing so loud today, and I let them in. Now these cats are hanging around because obviously it's a lot of rain, so they start to come a little bit closer and stay more near the house, because if it does get pretty bad, I do let pretty much all the cats inside the house. So I just kind of dropped Trigger's grain on the floor just a little bit, and Mishka's eating it like he's a horse. Then we have Bagel over here hanging out. Like I said, they do stay pretty close. Can I have my grain back, please? All right. Anyways, let's feed Trigger. So June's stall is clean, but Trigger's isn't yet, so I'm gonna work on that. And then Mike was doing Cash's stall, because we have to do all the stalls because we're gonna leave all the horses in their stalls since the weather is supposed to get a bit worse. So even if it's not a crazy storm, I don't want them to completely get rained on all day long if I can prevent it, since the barn is hurricane, rated. So we're gonna go ahead and get all the rest of their stalls clean and then let Trigger and June in. Trigger's stall is all done. Mike's got the rest of the stalls done as well. Mishka, I get it. There's a storm coming, not to worry. Okay, so now we do need to fill up all the waters in all the stalls, except just Trigger and June, since everyone's gonna be staying in. So let's do that. I actually need to go over here because Blazes is leaking, so we have to turn our main water off and on. So now it's on. Time to fill up their waters. Hi, Louie. Hi, boy. Louie. He's so pretty. Louie. Okay, Trigger's water is good. We're gonna turn this off. This is how much water is in the pasture so far. We've been redoing this fence, like I said. So Mike's machine was back here, so it did kind of rut up the ground a little bit. That's why it's holding water a little bit more there. But also this grass is super, super tall, as you can see. So there's definitely probably some sitting water in there too. So we've had a lot of rain, like I said. So this is not a surprise, but it is happening because we're in the very early hours of this tropical depression, storm, hurricane, whatever it ends up being once it hits land. So we'll see. But yeah, this is what the start of it is, at the very least. Dinky is, of course, also staying in because she doesn't need to be out there by herself with that rain. And honestly, she's a desert animal. She does not like the rain anyways. So she's going to be hunkered down in this stall. We filled up her water, so she's good. We're just going to give her some hay and she'll be good. All right, you two. You've endured enough rain. It's pretty sloshy back here. This is like my biggest pet peeve is when it gets muddy like this. Obviously, we've had a lot of rain and there's a lot of foot action here from the horses sloshing through here every day, but it's my least favorite thing about the summer. All right, guys, let's get in. He's the boss today for some reason. All right, they're very excited to get in. Okay, go on, guys. No, Trigger, wrong stall. That's very weird. Trigger literally never does that. June is actually really scared. Look at her makeover is gone completely. Uh-oh. Two bosses here. So all the horses are in and eating, but we did get new fans and I actually have a video about them, but we're turning them on. So they're gonna love being in here all day today. As you can hear, the fans are new and they're powerful. Look at it, he's like, ooh, that feels nice. Literally blowing his mane. So a lot of airflow in here, so they're gonna like being in here all day today as we ride out the storm. All right, enjoy each other's company. Typically we would close up the Dutch door windows, but there's not a lot of rain just yet. So we're gonna hold off on that because I still want them to have that airflow coming in. But if it does get worse, that's the next move. But for now, as you guys know, we typically close them. We are going to keep them up, keep the airflow going because it still is a little bit hot today. I mean, it's breezy, but there's no direct sunlight. But that's pretty much it for the barn. And we're gonna move on. We are going to kind of just pull this down and put it halfway like we normally do, just because when rain does come in, it will kind of flood inside the barn here and then it'll end up getting in my tack room. So I do want to prevent that, but as you can see, we don't put it down often. That's why it's pretty dirty. So maybe the rain will give it a nice cleaning. We are bringing in some of like the loose stuff though, because with the wind, it might blow it around. So we're putting these trash cans in the barn. This feed scoop. This is trash, actually. Oh my. Okay. It's so much darker in here now, but if you can see right here, the water is starting to come in here a bit just from the rain. So I'm trying to prevent that so it doesn't get to the hay. So keeping it closed like this should do the job. We're walking down the driveway right now because we're actually gonna close our gate. This is like super precautionary because if it just the horses got out of their Dutch doors for any reason, that fence that we're fixing is wide open. So they technically could get out here and go through the front gate. So we are closing the front gate just in case. Gate is getting closed. Mike is stuck out on that side, but you can tell it looks very hurricane-y, if that makes sense. It's bright, but it's like also not bright, but it's a weird thing before a hurricane. It's very bright, but it's like stormy, whereas like a normal storm, it would just be really dark. But very typical hurricane. Let's see how many trees we lose this time, because we keep just losing branches on trees, even just from non-hurricane winds, from like normal storm winds, but we'll see. This pasture is already holding some water, so that's not fun though, because we're expected to have a lot more rain. Hi girls. So their pen is, look, there's an egg. Their pen is a little bit wet, but they do have high ground over here, so they just need to stay over there or go in their coop, because their coop is higher than the rest of this. Why do you guys choose to walk in the muddiest part? Knowing this though, we're definitely gonna need to do something a little bit different. We're thinking maybe get some sandbags to put in here, like actual sand, so it doesn't flood like this, because this is our first like, you know, tropical storm, hurricane thing that we've ever had with this new run. So something that we didn't know that now we know, but at least they do have some dry ground. We've already had this tree branch fall, so you can see it's like weighing down the fence. So that's the start of it. The goats are hanging out in their stall. They are dry, so that makes me happy that this extra wood up top is working for them, because we don't have any extra rain coming in, so that's good. This is our first, like I said, hurricane with some of our upgrades that we did, so that's exciting. You guys are nice and dry. I'm sure you guys enjoy that. Oh, the pigs are nice and dry as well. Their pen stays nice and dry. You guys can kind of see something that we're working on over here for the pigs. We've removed a little space there. We've got some stuff in the works that I'm not going to share super much with you guys in this video because I do have it in another video, but we've made some pretty cool upgrades for the pigs that we're still working on. They are all glowing their coat right now. You guys look bald. Hi, Cookie. Stewie. We've been upgrading the pig's pen, like I said, and we've had to let them out here a lot while we did it. And they have absolutely destroyed my pasture, guys. They've rooted it all up. So it's a bit of a shame because we can fix it, but still, it's so rooted up. My least favorite part about it is by the actual gate because we walk in and out of this gate a lot. And now that we have this hurricane and we're gonna get a lot of rain, it's gonna be a big mess, but it already is a big mess. So yeah, pretty bummed about that. So we had to put them back, stop working on their pen, and just make it work for now because this is not good. This pasture has never ever looked this bad. We've always kept this pasture nice and neat. So kind of bummed about this. And they went all the way to under the gate. So it's kind of a bummer. Actually, not kind of, it's actually a big bummer. So we need to finish their pen completely so that they don't ever do this again. Not fun. Petey's crying at the door again to get in. Come on. The cats never typically want to come in when it's like a normal rainstorm. They always know when it's something a little bit more because then they, well, at least Petey, she doesn't really like the rain, but she never likes to be inside unless it's hard raining. So now she's in. Bagel also decided that he wanted to come in. Hi, monster. Mishka. Oh, look, a meeting. Okay, be nice. The rain has started again. Hard to see, but starting to come down again. It's coming down pretty good now. The camera's not picking it up exactly, but if you can see, well, if you can hardly see in the distance there, that's because it's just like a big sheet of rain. There you go, you can really see it coming down there. It's a lot of rain. All right, you guys, well, that is my mini day of prep for Hurricane Tropical Storm Debbie, whatever this ends up being. If it does turn into a hurricane, likely it will by the time it hits land. Well, like Florida land, it will be like a Hurricane 1, so shouldn't be terribly too bad, but I do know that we're gonna get a lot of rain. So I'll keep you posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, make sure you follow me. It's just at Stephanie Murado on Instagram. And that's pretty much it for this one. Luckily, we've kept the pastures and such pretty clean throughout the year so far, so we don't have a lot of like flying debris anyways. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned of is just the pasture. We've been working on the fence because that fence is not like perfect yet. We still have more things to do to it, so hopefully we don't have like crazy winds where it ruins our progress on that. So fingers crossed. But anyways, that's our mini day of prep. Some normal things that we kind of change when there is going to be a hurricane. And as of right now, we still haven't closed the Dutch doors, but I may change that up and close the Dutch doors here soon if the rain picks up more. We'll see. I just don't want the rain getting into the horses' stalls and like drenching them. But anyways, yeah, that's my mini hurricane prep. If you guys liked today's video, make sure you go and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so Misha just bit me. Oh my gosh! So you don't miss any videos like this. And of course, if you have any major updates on this, I will post them here as well. All right, you guys, well, we love you and we'll see you in the next one.